But while we say that, while there has been partial disengagement, the threat has by no means reduced, and the force levels are more or less the same, and from our side they have been enhanced. The threat assessment and internal deliberations that we have carried out from time to time have resulted in some reorganization and realignment of forces in keeping with the Army's mandate of ensuring our territorial integrity. And this also caters for the major augmentation that has taken place in the PLA's forces and their infrastructure. While we will continue to deal with the PLA in a firm and resolute manner, necessary safeguards are in place to take care of any contingency. Upgradation and development of infrastructure along the northern borders is also being carried out in a holistic and comprehensive manner. This includes roads, tunnels, all-weather connectivity, strategic railway lines, additional bridges across the Brahmaputra, storage facilities for fuel, oil, lubricants, supplies. So it is an all-round holistic development. Side by side, major efforts have also been undertaken to see what all dual-use infrastructure is there which can be made use of, which is available in the civil domain. On the western front, along the line of control, after a heightened situation for a long period, the DGMO's understanding in February last year was aimed at achieving a mutually beneficial and sustainable peace. Resultantly, the situation has seen a marked improvement. But notwithstanding that, there is an increase in concentration of terrorists in various launch pads, and there have been repeated attempts at infiltration across the LC. And needless to say, this once again exposes the nefarious designs of our western neighbor. But we on our part have resolved to show zero tolerance for terror, and we have committed ourselves to extract dire costs should that be forced upon us. In Jammu and Kashmir, the whole of government approach has led to a progressive improvement in the security situation. There have been efforts to give an indigenous hue to terrorism by setting up a facade of proxy terror tanzeems, but these attempts have failed miserably and have not got any public support. Various other inimical elements re-energized their attempts at disrupting peace in the valley, mainly by trying to target minorities, non-locals, migrant labor, and so on. However, this also has not succeeded very much, and we have been able to counter these challenges also. In the northeast, the overall security situation is under control. A robust security posture has significantly curtailed the operation space for terrorists, and in keeping with the improved situation, there has been a graduated de-induction of army units where the situation has improved and they have now free to concentrate on their primary task. On the India-Myanmar border, this is an important facet of our security calculus. Due impetus is being given to the border guarding role by the Assam Rifles, and here we do intend to progressively increase the number of Assam Rifle battalions deployed for border guarding of this very important India-Myanmar border. In the northeast again, the regrettable incident which happened in Oting in Nagaland on 4th of December is being thoroughly investigated. We remain committed to the security of our countrymen even during the conduct of operations. We have SOPs that encapsulate our operational experience, which have been refined over a period of time, and appropriate action will be taken and corrective measures instituted to further refine these, based of course on the outcome of the